What's going on, everybody? Welcome back for the 6th episode of the Refreshing the Feed podcast. My name's Matthew, his name's Andrew, and we're refreshing your feed so you don't have to. Andrew, some tragic news. I don't know if you heard, but unfortunately, Tiger Woods was in a car accident.
Yeah.
Very recently, actually.
Yeah. Maybe yesterday or a couple days ago. But a serious car crash, too. Not just like a little like fender bender. I feel like we always start off these podcasts super
with sad news.
Sad news. We're always we like to get it out of the way in the beginning. And then we just... and then we like settle down and talk about other shit. But yeah, we always start them off. But yeah, Tiger was in a pretty serious car crash. And where did you hear? Okay, what was your initial thought when you heard like, oh shit, Tiger was in a car crash?
So number one, I thought, okay, if there's any like serious injuries, that means that he's definitely not playing golf again. That's it for him.
First thought was, fuck, was he like on drugs or drinking? Because you know how
yeah,
he's,
like DUI.
Recently,
that's exactly what I thought, actually. Yeah,
and it was like 7 a.m. or something like that. The car crash, it was like early morning, and I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't. But I was reading an article actually, and they were saying like he's very lucky to be alive. Like, so where he was driving, it was a downhill thing, and I guess he was like taking it pretty quickly, and he went across like the barrier and like 2 lanes of traffic and like hit a tree and kind of like went down a little like hill. But his car is like totaled. They had to use like the jaws of life, I believe, to like get him out.
Yeah.
And his legs, I know he has a lot of
it was in his legs. That was like really the biggest thing that I'm reading here. So what they said he suffered significant orthopedic injuries to his right lower extremity that were treated during emergency surgery by orthopedic trauma specialists at Harbor UCLA Medical Center.
Yeah.
So like basic like that, which I don't really get. Like I don't understand how. Like I get it, but at the same time, it's like, wouldn't your legs sort of be like the most secure area? If I'm not wrong.
I don't know. I guess. I don't know.
Somewhat like so, unless you got like T-boned where it like came in from the side.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually if you get hit from the front, wouldn't it have to go through like the entire like?
Yeah, the engine.
I could be sounding like I don't like.
Yeah,
I don't care about it. I could be sounding like an idiot, but
we
like,
have to make this very clear on this podcast. Both of us are idiots.
Yeah,
we're just normal people.
Okay, all right. Idiots.
But we're not experts on everything. But I would have.
But that's what you would assume that, right? You would assume that like it had like generally from the like if you get hit dead on from the front, your legs
it
are
has
probably
to go through so many.
Yeah, like the distance traveled is much more rather than like through the windshield.
I was reading something that it was kind of crazy, but like they were like fearing for infection. So what that means is his bone was like exposed to air.
Oh my god.
So like his legs are like fucked.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I didn't read anything where they were like, oh, I don't know if he's ever gonna walk again. Like I haven't read anything dramatic like that.
Yeah, it said here that he doesn't want his career to end like this. There's like an insider that spoke with him or some that was like on the inside and said that he doesn't want his career to end like that, and if there's any way that at all that he can continue to play golf, he will. Which I doubt. Fucking doubt. There's no way. If there's
any sport that you could, because okay, say Tiger's he's gonna be fucked up. He's fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But say the recovery process is, say like give him like time
6 months. 6.
No, not even. Give him years. Say it's like 5 years.
3 years.
Let's just say it's 5 years, right? Fully 100% back to normal. 5 years. Tiger's what, like early 40s? Let's just round him up. I think he's like 42 or 43 or something. Say he's 45, right? So he's 50 years old when he could get back to golfing. There are 50-year-olds who could golf. You know what I mean? Like if he was an NHL player and he was like 35, career's done. You know what I mean? Like you can't come back from that because you're going to be so out of the loop. By the time you're 40, it's over. Golf is the one sport where if you're a little bit older, you could still compete, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, how old's like Phil Mickelson? He's like getting up
I
there.
don't know.
He's
He's definitely like
Yes,
late 40s.
Exactly. Yeah, I would say even 50s.
Probably 50s.
Yeah, right. So he and he's still like a great golfer and shit even now. Right?
Yeah, he's 50, bro.
Yeah, he can still compete.
Exactly
right?
on the dot.
So like Tiger, like, and you have to realize too, like, I don't want to say this might be a good thing for Tiger.
No, okay, so yeah, okay.
But you know what I mean? Like this might put the drive back in him. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think so.
He has nothing to prove, right? He has nothing to prove. He's already one of the greatest golfers of all time. But
yeah, no, like I get what you're saying. Where like it's an easier sport to sort of recover from, but in a sense, it isn't. You're comparing it to like basketball and football.
I'm comparing
it
more.
You
I'm
need to use
more
your legs.
age, I think.
That's
An older person could play golf. You know what I mean? Like, because it's more
but
of a,
I'm thinking more like
not skill,
physical abilities. Like comparing it to like other sports,
Yeah.
it's not like super crazy to like withstand an injury and then go back to playing like it would be for. It would be for basketball, right? So,
Yeah.
at the same, or like soccer or whatever, right? Soccer especially, like you wouldn't be able to sustain a leg injury, go back. But like with enough rehab and physio, I think that there's somewhat of a chance that Tiger could end up returning to golf, only because number one, he's be getting the top treatment. Like he's getting the best.
Top.
Like he's getting the best.
Tiger
of the
Woods.
best. If he wants to go back, if he's like, I need to go back to golf. He's got it. Like
He's got it.
It's Tiger Woods.
Sponsors too, right? Could you imagine like Nike? If I'm Nike, I'm getting behind him full force, and we're like pushing it. Like if he says like, "Listen, I want to get back to the top of my game." Oh, I'm filming like a documentary style like series on Tiger, and like we're going for it. You know what I mean? I'm paying for
exactly.
Trainers. I'm paying for like
the commercial,
everything.
A commercial of him coming back from rehab and all. Great. Yeah, I can see it all. I don't know if you've seen actually recently, since we're talking about Tiger, his son is like
amazing.
The bomb. Like he's fucking like he's good.
When was that tournament? That father-son tournament. Yeah, because there was that pretty like public father-son tournament, and anybody who's seen his son, like prodigy level, like he's killing it.
Yeah, like
but I mean,
like
you're a Tiger Woods son. You know what I mean? You're not me who's picked up a golf club at like 25 years old for the first time. Like he has the best. Like he also has the best coaches. His dad's Tiger Woods. Like his dad is the best coach. Could be one of the greatest coaches. You know what I mean? Actually, that's not true. Not necessarily. Like just because you're a great at the sport, like I don't think. MJ
like he wouldn't be able to be his caddy. I don't think.
No, but like, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, his son was great. They were crushing that.
Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the video. It's like Tiger and Charlie in sync, like father like son. The fist pumps, like exactly.
It's everything.
Like the fist
they have
pumps,
the same mannerisms.
everything, the same mannerisms, like all of it, the same swing, like it looks all the same.
Yeah.
Like I would expect so. I would like. It's his dad,
it's
obviously,
kinda,
but like
it's
weird. Like it's weird that they're so close. Like it's not even like okay, like father, like son. Like this is like the same guy.
Yeah. It's a mini.
And like,
and he's great.
I feel bad for the kid. I know, but I feel bad for the kid. There's a lot of pressure on you, bro.
Yeah, like going back, we said last week with like Northwest,
like
the pressure with her art and stuff. Yeah, Tiger. Like if that's something he wants to pursue, and it looks like he wants to pursue golf, right? Like he looks like he's great at it. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
If a kid would put that much time into a hobby if he wasn't gonna pursue it in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So it is a lot living up to Tiger Woods being your father.
Yeah, and like, well, at least he got like, a lot of people like complain about, not complain, but a lot of people are kind of motivated to kind of like do it themselves. I don't know if you ever heard somebody say that.
Like what do you mean?
Instead of manipulate your parents or like your cousin as connections or family member, family friend, local.
You want to do it on your own.
Like a lot of people want to do it on their own, like they're self-made sort of, rather than like, oh, my dad, like always being known as, oh, my dad got me into this tournament. That's why.
Yeah,
Like
100%.
that's not why I won it, but like my dad's fucking Tiger Woods, and
it's
he knows the best kids caddy in the world.
His name's
right? Like
Charlie, right? Charlie.
Yeah.
Like he'll never be able to escape that though. You know what I mean? Because there'll always be somebody who's like, yeah, okay, yeah, you did it on your own. You made it to this golf tournament because of your skill and because you think, but your father paid for the best trainers to teach you to build that skill. You know what I mean? You didn't have to you didn't have to have a part-time job. You weren't working at a grocery store, and then on the weekends you were trying to like get in like rounds at a golf course. You know what I mean? Like this was your life. Like you were able,
Okay, so that's what. Now I want to ask you. In his scenario, do you discredit his achievements if he were to become great?
No, I don't think
because of that versus somebody who had to build themselves up. Let's say there's two people like they become greats. Let's say him and same as like Tiger and McIlroy or something, right? Like there's two of them, him and someone else, and they're both kind of around the same level. And they have around the same achievements. So do you discredit his achievements because he was brought up through that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't think you could discredit those achievements, but I think the narrative, like the storyline and public perception, will always. I don't know. It's tough because people
always favor like the one that didn't
see him. People are gonna want to see him succeed because you kind of want to see because Tiger's gonna be retired by then and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of want to see like Tiger's product succeed and like this greatness. But if they're like going head to head, you kind of want this underdog kid who like grew up from like nothing. We don't know if he grew up from nothing, but like,
nothing.
You know what I mean?
But theoretically, like had to grind his way through.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting like storyline.
Not saying like because golf again isn't still it's not really a sport that you can sort of get out of with enough help. It's a lot of mechanics that you have to learn as a person.
Golf, listen, I played hockey all my life. I was the
You're gonna talk shit, bro.
I was the biggest shit talker of golf. And then, do you remember you were there the first time I went to the range?
Yeah, I was there the first time you tried.
Oh my God.
It's hard.
like
an idiot. Like
it's so hard. It's so hard. It's
difficult.
It is
like
actual,
I've played.
Yeah.
I suck. Like right now, I'm shit. Like I'm bad. But like I've played for like years. You know, I've played for years, and I'm like maybe a 3-4 out of 10. Maybe, which is like I can hit the ball, like that's good.
Yeah,
like I can't control where it goes, but I can hit the ball.
Yeah,
I can hit it pretty far just because like I try to put some good power into it. But
mad power.
But still, it's like there's tons of things like all the years of like trying to learn. It's like your shoulders, your knees, your hips,
and everything
the way you
has
turn
to be
your arms
together and stuff.
And it's gotta be in sync.
Little things. There's so many
minor
little
details
tweaks.
can just throw your whole game off.
Yeah,
that's why I think it's much more difficult than people give it credit for.
Yeah,
number one, and I still don't think even with the best trainers, you can still as a player like just botch it. Like you can like you won't be able to like succeed if your mechanics aren't there like as a person. Like if you can't get like as an athlete, if you can't get your mechanics down no matter how much training, then you're not really going anywhere, right?
And
like
it's almost one of the hardest sports because it's solo. Like okay, like a blip in concentration in like hockey, right? One timers come to you, you're not paying attention properly, you missed the slap shot, like whatever, right? But in golf, if you're not like focused and you shank one left, like that could ruin your whole tournament.
4 strokes.
That could ruin your entire tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
a lot of poise, a lot of like a lot of collectiveness. Like it's gotta be all.
It's almost one of the most unforgiving sports because it is just you. Like you're so reliant on yourself, and every shot kind of matters. It's not like hockey. It's like okay, I skate down the ice. Okay, I don't score on this play. It's fine, right? Because I'll have so many more. Where it's like in golf, it's like if I don't hit a good shot in this one. Like
I'm fucked.
My whole tournament, my whole like one bad hole, my whole tournament could be fucked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So it's so unforgiving, and I've grown like I've have such an appreciation for golf now.
Yeah, and I've grown a lot of respect for Tiger after like everything he went through at the beginning and when he had that huge downfall and the whole thing with his wife and all that. But coming back and trying to like get back into the groove of things,
And then
getting somewhere. He won the
Augusta.
Masters.
Yeah, the Masters.
Let me see exactly what year that was. I think that was 2019.
Yeah, it was a few years after quite a while after his kind of downfall. Did you end up seeing his
Yeah, it was 2019. I'm pretty
his
sure. Yeah.
documentary on I think it's HBO? He
I
has
haven't.
there's almost a Last Dance is Michael Jordan's, right? That was the name of it.
Yeah.
There was almost I think they wanted to replicate a Last Dance, and I think Tiger Woods deserves to have a last chance sort of documentary about him because he is one of those greats and he does have an interesting
He had the
life.
falling off, and
But
now,
I don't think he was involved in the documentary like Jordan was. Like Jordan interviewed and stuff where Michael
this was more of about his life rather
yeah,
than
and it was
him.
good. It was good, but it was weird because it focused on his dad and kind of how shitty he was and stuff. And I don't know, it didn't have the same feel as Michael Jordan's, which I think was a little bit of a missed opportunity.
Yeah. Moving over, I think unfortunately, the worst case, you don't want to see him retire. You never want to see a great leave.
Worst case, you want to see him walk again.
Yeah, best case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
You'd hate to see him go out on a bad note like that.
Yeah.
But speaking of going out, I don't know if you heard about Daft Punk. What a transition!
I know.
What a segue!
This is great.
Daft Punk broke up after 30 years of making music. Daft Punk, okay.
30 years? What?
It was 30 years.
Yeah, I know. It's in the 90s.
Yeah.
I was reading something in the 90s. What the fuck? Did you know Daft Punk was around for that long?
I didn't know. Originally, 28 years, not 30 years. Sorry, 28 years, to be exact. Number one, I still have no idea what these guys look like. Obviously, most of the world has no idea what they look like. It's annoying as fuck to not know what they look like. Number two, I thought these guys were older than my grandparents originally.
Really?
I thought these guys have to be in their 50s.
Well, 30 years, yeah.
They have to be in their 50s. So they've been doing this for 30 years.
It's kind of
They're definitely in their probably early to mid 50s. They're probably 20 when they started, 17, whatever. So do the math.
Yeah,
works out, right?
Could you imagine your dad putting on this
but just
helmet?
the life, just so many bangers. It's just super unfortunate.
I thought the opposite. Because I remember
that they didn't have any songs.
I remember. I thought sorry. I thought in 2010 maybe they came on the scene. That's why when I read it was
okay, so that
years.
that Euro type music, that was 2000s, to the 2000s 2010.
Yeah,
that Euro type music before it got into sort of rap and Nelly and Usher and all that. The Euro side of it started to phase out. Then my dating could be a little off, but that's when people bands like Daft Punk were vibing, they were big names.
Yeah, I guess, right?
They were big, right? And that type of techno Euro type music was huge.
Yeah.
And obviously they have great songs. One More Time. They have I Feel It Coming with the Weekend. I have a list here.
Didn't they do? I don't want to butcher it. I was gonna say, didn't they do that Get Lucky song?
The Funk. What? Get Lucky. Yeah, Get Lucky with Pharrell Williams.
Okay, I was gonna say.
Get Lucky. Digital Love. Yeah, these are some good songs.
Yeah, they were
Around the World.
Oh, that's them. I think that's
them.
The problem.
Harder, better, faster, stronger. And then, but that's theirs, and then he sampled it. Kanye sampled it. I'm pretty sure.
Damn. Okay, you know
what? One More Time. One More Time is a bit a number one.
Yeah. Could you imagine being in your late 40s or early 50s or something, and you're fuck, I gotta put on this helmet. I gotta go.
Yeah, they're probably retiring. It doesn't say anything about their. It doesn't say anything about their future plans, but it just says they're obviously breaking up,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
they're probably gonna retire and do some solo music.
Yeah, that's the only thing is it everywhere I read it says they're splitting up, which gives the impression
Yeah.
that they're gonna each do something
Make their
on
own
their
music.
or one of them is, you know what I mean? When it's like,
Yeah. But like, I don't really know. Okay, so they're a French electronic music duo formed in 1993 in Paris by Guy Manuel and Homem Christo, De Homem Christo, and Thomas Bangalter.
cool.
Whoa.
I just want to see their
Whoa.
face. I just want to see their
Yeah.
face. And you know what's a weird thing? Okay, they probably have kids, right? I'm sure they've settled down, have kids. Like, are they allowed to tell their friends, like, oh yeah, like my dad's the fucking
Daft
gold
Punk.
dude in Daft Punk?
Okay.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
the
And then it's
gold
like,
dude,
I know
right?
what the fuck you look like.
I've always wondered, is one of them Daft and one of them Punk?
Punk?
So if they split up, it's like, oh, featuring Daft. You know, like,
Maybe.
I don't think so. I don't.
No, I don't think so either.
I think
I think that's
it's
just a
Daft
group
Punk
name.
is the duo name.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but
that would be
their
sick.
characters don't have names.
I don't think they have. No,
They're just Daft Punk. Both
together.
of them.
They're Daft Punk. Well, it's like the Beatles,
Yeah, I guess.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like the Beatles.
Yeah, it's
like
a band. Yeah, what am I talking about?
yeah, or fuck, the electronic duo, bro.
That's,
You guys are crazy.
But
I wanna see your
man,
fucking
you have
face.
you have
They-
kids. You're
they-
settled down, putting on the helmet every day and going
Yeah,
out,
and going
listening
to
loud
raves
music.
and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. These guys, they look like they're from Tron, to be honest.
they were in Tron.
Were they?
Yeah, they were in the latest Tron movie that came out, and that Disney movie. They were in the actual movie. It was hilarious. It was.
Daft Punk cameo in Tron.
Yeah,
in Tron
it
Legacy
makes-
fight scene.
It makes perfect sense. Oh, it was great scene too. I think they did all the music for that movie. It was it's really good. It fitted perfectly, obviously. But
Okay, I think
yeah.
it's like, I don't know. This might be cap. You can look it up, and it says that there is pictures of them.
I'm sure somebody's like snapped a pic or two.
But these pictures were taken like 5 years ago. I mean, 15 years ago.
Really?
These are definitely not recent. Go search it up. Go search up Daft Punk real faces. We're gonna throw up a picture, but that's what they look like.
No, there's no way.
That's
That
what they
is
fucking
not
look
what I
like.
pictured.
You
That is
see?
hilarious. Are you
Yeah,
seeing this guy
that-
with like curly hair, kind of?
The blonde, like
Blonde,
the
yeah,
gingerish
yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
and then the fucking the Soch looking guy or greaser looking guy from
Yeah.
The Outsiders.
Oh wow. Yeah, I guess obviously they have to be unmasked.
Oh my
Nobody's gonna
god,
go-
yeah.
But that is
What
not
did you
what
just say? Oh my god, you're terrible.
what?
Did you say obviously they have to wear masks?
No,
You're
no.
fucked.
I said obviously there's actual
You're
real picture.
Oh.
Actual
Oh
pictures.
yeah,
of
these guys deserve a mask. Yeah, you're right. What the fuck?
Damn.
Now their face kind of matches the helmet shape. Am I wrong?
Okay. I don't know. It
No,
was
no, no.
just-
Like you see how one guy has like a small round face,
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
other
yeah,
guy's
yeah,
like
yeah, I
super
see it.
elongated. And
Yeah,
if you
they
go
do
look
have
at the
them. Their
masks,
helmets are like that.
yeah, their helmets like it's not like a regular like it just doesn't take the shape of their.
Okay. If
That's
you had the
fucking crazy.
choice, if you had the choice to blow up like them, would you want to be masked or unmasked? There's advantages. Hold on, there's advantages.
Like Marshmallow.
Yeah. So the advantage is that nobody really knows who you are. You could still like walk the streets and shit, right? Like Daft
Yeah.
Punk's huge, but they could still go to their grocery store. Like maybe somebody will know them, but whatever. Disadvantage? Do you know how hot and sweaty that inside that mask must be?
Oh yeah,
Right?
definitely like red carpets, like L.A. It's
Question.
definitely it gets gross in there.
Question. These guys
Yeah.
walk red carpets, go to events and stuff. No drinks, no food.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true too.
They just gotta
true, too.
sit there and like I kind of
Maybe they have like a
hole?
a little Nutri-Grain bar that's
Yeah,
just like
they're
in
just
there that they
constantly
just like what and then they just stop and it just like chills there till they're
Yeah.
hungry again.
yeah,
That's
like
fucking awesome.
damn, do you slide a straw into
But I
there?
love the reason why I love these guys like originally is because they gave more like that spacey. I'm always a big
They're
fan of
cool.
that like spacey type of like synth,
Yeah.
very. Speaking of space,
I knew it was coming.
another segue. The Mars Rover.
Big news in space, yeah.
Big news. I'm gonna pull up the exact. Landing. NASA Mars by NASA.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. Well, there's a video that is pretty much viral already. That was trending on
rover?
YouTube. That of it actually landing.
Yeah.
So the
I was reading something. I say that a lot. That's my catchphrase in this. So
Mars Rover, Mars 2020 is a Mars Rover. Hold on, I gotta pull up on YouTube.
So I was reading this article, and they were saying like this whole mission is to like test the soil and stuff, and kind of get like an understanding of like the history of Mars and stuff, and like see if there's any like life forms and all of that shit. But it's wild. It's wild to think.
Oh my goodness!
Space
It's
travel
not the
was so
Mars
huge.
Rover, Andrew. It's not the Mars
No.
Rover.
Why would the Mars Rover be
It's
on
the
Mars?
the space mission is called Mars 2020. Okay, my incorrectness is just ridiculous. So it's called the Perseverance Rover.
Yes, yeah, I did read that. You're right.
The Perseverance rover landed on Mars. Pretty big. Okay, so I heard a crazy statement that I think it was a YouTube video or I was watching a movie, and it was like I was watching One Strange Rock on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure that's where I saw it. Yeah, and they mentioned that like you're going to see someone land on Mars in your lifetime.
I
Like
could see
you
it.
watching this right now. Yeah, like it's close. It's relatively close. That's at least that's what I'm getting from.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
that show.
before, but it's kind of sad. Like, okay, you know the whole like moon landing and stuff. How
Yeah.
it was like a lot of like Cold War stuff, and the U.S. was trying to pump it out, and Russia was trying to pump it out, and like space travel was like the it thing. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of sad how like we've kind of just gone away from it. Like it's not as important, because I'm sure if we still had those like rivalries to get to Mars, like we would have already done it. You know what I mean? And it's sad
Yeah.
when you see like defunding of like NASA and stuff. Like it doesn't have to be NASA. Like even what SpaceX is doing and stuff. But it's like I want to push for more of that. That like space
exploration.
travel. Yeah, the
Exploration,
exploration,
yeah.
exactly. Because
Yeah.
then like and the argument against it is why don't we explore our own
Focus.
planet and
Yeah.
make it healthy
And
and all
focu-
that. But you don't know
Yeah.
the answers you could get by like researching other planets and shit, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what's one of the missions one of the mission like purposes of this mission was that they want to research and try to find if there's any like ancient like biology on there and like DNA and shit.
Any signs of previous life.
Yeah, previous life, or
Also-
even like what can like form life or turn into life or whatever.
Yeah, like and apparently doing an exploration of what they thought used to have water, a point on Mars that used to have water, a crater that was full of water. I don't remember the exact crater name. I can't find it here. But yeah, like you were saying, it's hard to distinguish whether you focus your time and effort and funds on something here without knowing what the consequences could be if you weren't going into more space exploration.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm a big space guy, and I support exploration. Obviously, we have a lot of issues here on Earth, but if somehow you come across an area or a sort of spot or whatever on Mars that's habitable, like that could change everything. You know what I mean? Like that could change. Then the Mars turns into the moon. I don't think anyone would ever live there in our lifetime or our next,
No, I
like
don't think
our
so.
children's lifetime. Like I don't think we'd ever have people living there.
It's tough because you think about when they landed on the moon, right? That was in That was like a generation ago. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't that long ago, right? So it's like
No, it's
the
rough. It's
progression
rough to.
of technology has progressed so quickly in the last 100 years that like
Yeah.
it's tough to tell, right?
Yeah. I don't know if you've actually watched the landing video.
No, I haven't.
Looks straight out of a sci-fi movie. First of all, the
Yeah,
whole video looks right out of sci. And then at the end, they're all cheering. Yeah, yeah. The whole team's going
Yeah.
high fiving. Right, like right out of a sci-fi movie. Whoever puts the movies together, Apollo fucking. There's like bear movies and shit. Looks exactly like that. Number
Yeah.
one. Number two, it shows the landing, and it shows how fast it's approaching Mars. Excuse me, and it doesn't look like it's getting closer or further.
What do you mean?
Do you understand what I mean by that?
No.
So if you like, when you watch, there's a camera, and I can't remember. At one point, they were traveling at like 39 meters per second, and like a stupid speed, and then it doesn't look like the land is close to you. You know how you can, like on Earth, you can distinguish when you're getting close to the land.
Mm-hmm.
Like this just looks like you're still like 3,000 meters up.
Oh,
You know what I
really?
mean? Like if you don't have any reference point,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you're just looking at the ground, and it's just sand and rocks and everything.
Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
There's no, so you don't know when you're gonna land. I have no thought. Okay, obviously they probably have like a
Yeah, it's
like
some
something
sort
that
of indicator.
something that shoots rays and fucking detects it, and the distance traveled and with the time it took for the rays to get back to the rover, whatever. But like strictly from like a viewing perspective, it looks like it's about to fucking crash.
Yeah.
Like it's about to crash, or it's 5,000
Yeah,
meters
you
up.
don't
You know
know
what I mean?
because it's just
You have
looking
no
at
idea,
sand.
and they're like, "We're approaching," and it's like, "How do you know you're approaching?" And like, obviously,
Would
they have
it?
something
Oh,
to
it
measure,
would have been
but-
so wild if that was like live streamed or something. And as soon as it landed on camera, you just see like some sort of fucking like thing come towards it. It would have been wild.
Yeah.
It would have been
Okay, now
insane.
I want to ask you.
That would have been the biggest event in our like lifetime.
Human history for
Human
sure.
history. Yeah.
Yeah, to find other life forms outside of Earth is the
Yeah.
biggest event in human history.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to ask you. Actually, that's pretty crazy. Do you think there is, or will be life outside of Earth? I'm not gonna go ahead and say the entire universe because that's a little ambitious.
Well, I
don't-
think if you say the entire universe, and then the answer is obviously yes.
Yeah, okay, that's why.
Yeah.
I also think yes. I think we're like pretty set on that.
Yeah.
I think within our solar system, do you think there is life? And when I say life, obviously I mean living organisms, but I don't mean like humans.
You don't mean like intelligent life? Like you mean like a flower?
Well, it could be intelligent life, but it's
like a
not.
flower?
It's not. Yeah, like a bacteria.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think there probably is something out there, right?
I
On
think
one
so.
of the
I don't
planets?
think.
Because you have to realize we haven't explored every single planet, right?
Well, what are those guys gonna look like? You know what I mean? Like if there was people, like what do those guys look like?
Yeah. Well,
And
it
how do
would
you
be
know that
whatever
they're-
the environment.
Yeah, and how do you know that it's
they
like?
would evolve?
How do you know that like they're not 50 feet tall? Like that's what this is shit that goes on in
Did
my
you?
head. Like how
Are
do you
you
know that
seeing
they're-
like those TikTok the giant TikToks? Have you seen those?
No.
Oh,
I've never seen those.
There's like a bunch of TikToks that are like, there used to be like giants on Earth. Like there's a bunch of TikToks about those, but
Oh, look, well,
but yeah, no, it's crazy. Oh, there's so many like conspiracy. Do you think there has been aliens on Earth?
no,
No.
no.
Never?
I don't think anything from outside of our atmosphere has entered that's been a living organism.
Do you think
That
there
hasn't
was like,
been that hasn't been rock.
do you think
I don't
there
think.
was like a human race that went extinct and then thousands of years later we popped up or we started?
That's the thing. That's
There was-
that's
like
super
that
hard.
that theory I believe like I could get behind, right? Like there was some like Earth
like
ending-
here you're saying.
on Earth, yeah, on Earth there was like some sort of
Yeah.
like human.
Okay, so that's like that ties into like the entire origin story. Like everyone goes based off of like, not everyone. A lot of people go based off their religion and
Yeah.
what they believe is how the origin story is and all that. But I think it's more like it was originally. I understand how it started. It was a giant heating rock that eventually cooled down and bacteria developed, and bacteria and the reason why we survived is because ice floats on water. I'm spitting on knowledge, because if it didn't, then our lakes would freeze and all the water would have froze during the ice age and all that, right? But yeah, my info is coming from a strange rock on National Geographic. Check it out, it's crazy. But I do think that there was a sign of human life before,
Yeah.
and then it kind of just went to shit. Like it didn't evolve. Like it could have been human life, but I don't think it evolved correctly until it actually did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there was a sign of it. It's
feel
crazy to think about that shit, but
I feel like we just smoked a giant doobie.
yeah, exactly.
just-
We're like
Human life.
super
we're
high
there.
thoughts. One thing I wanted to talk about, actually, I have here.
Yeah. Speaking. I have the transition.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
know what you're
Big
going.
segue guy.
Yeah, so, like speaking of biology and genetics and DNA
And living organisms.
yeah, go hit me with it.
So apparently, I'm reading an article here. Some people, I don't know. Okay, what do you like cilantro?
Yes. Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
The herb.
Yes. The herb.
Okay, you like cilantro. I also enjoy it myself. We work at a place that sells cilantro, obviously.
Yeah.
And a lot of people complain that it tastes like soap,
Yeah, that's a genetic
which I don't understand. I understand now after reading this article, but I don't understand how it would taste like soap.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough because we
have
don't
you
actually actual soap. Like, what are we talking here?
Like Dove Men Plus Care or
Yeah.
like Irish Spring. You know what I mean? Like
If it's Irish
what kind of soap are
Spring,
we talking about?
Put it in the guac. If it's Dove,
yeah.
keep it out of there.
Okay, so the theory is, the controversy is that some people think cilantro tastes like soap and others don't. Others enjoy it.
But the thing is, it's not even an opinion, right? It's actual genetic.
It's genetic. So based, I'm gonna read right here. This research. This is by mir.co.uk. It's an article that states this research was published by Cornell University and concluded that receptor genes known as OR6A2 cluster, could be contributing to the detection of a soapy smell from cilantro.
It means nothing.
I call cap.
I don't know, dude.
I call cap.
People are so adamant about it too.
I don't know, Cornell. I believe you for right now, but I still don't think that it could taste like soap. And just because I've never tasted it like soap.
Yeah,
And
my question is it only cilantro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why cilantro? Like, what is in cilantro?
Could
that
be
would
other herbs.
Like, yeah, like,
too.
do people, are there like genetic like codes or whatever where people like, oh, basil tastes like fucking dog shit to me? You know what I mean? Or is it because I only ever hear it about cilantro? Right? Like, nobody's talking shit about the other herbs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, speaking of herbs, I don't know if you remember this. If you know, just say it right away. Pull out your phone, go on Twitter,
Okay.
and search up KFC. If you know where I'm going with this, I'll just stop.
I don't think I do.
But search up KFC
Yeah.
and go look at their followers
Their followers?
on Twitter.
Oh,
Go look at their
who
followers.
they're following?
I think it's like who they're following. Yeah.
They're following 11 people. No,
Okay.
Don't even say this.
Okay, go ahead and look and tell me and read out
Wait, I
out
got
loud.
herb? Wait, I don't know if this is right.
Yeah.
Oh, they're following 11 herbs. That's hilarious.
No.
And
No.
and the Spice Girls.
11 herbs and spices.
That's hilarious. I was gonna say, I was like, wait, who the fuck?
I've
is
always
Mel-
wanted to
I was
tell
like,
somebody
who's
that.
Melanie? I was like, who's Melanie Brown? I was like, how does that
the
fit
Spice Girl. There's
in?
Spice Girls.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I've always
That's
wanted to
genius.
tell
That's
somebody
genius
that.
marketing.
Genius marketing. Genius.
That's so funny.
I've always wanted to tell somebody that if you're watching, go check it out. It's fucking hilarious. I've always wanted to say it because everyone's like, "Yeah, bro, like I already know, like, okay."
Really? Yeah,
and then you were like, "What the fuck?"
I thought you were going to talk about cilantro. They're like slime cilantro in there.
No, 11 herbs and spices, bro. That's fucking great marketing on KFC's part.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like. Then again, you think of it, and a lot of people don't find not to complain in when it's in food. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No,
I
because
have a close relative that's like, oh, I hate cilantro. It tastes like soap. But if it's like if it's like finely chopped, and if it's like mixed in, it's sometimes it's like I don't really taste it. But if it's like fine, if it's like big and
what would you want to like genetically like be opposed for? Your mic's
what do you
muted.
mean?
Like, okay, like as a kid, right? I hated fucking green peas. I wish I had some genetic.
Oh, you know this. Go ahead.
That.
You know mine.
Oh, I know yours. 100%.
Yeah.
Red onions, or just onions in general.
No, onions. Onions in general.
Oh,
Onions
so
are the
good.
devil's vegetable.
You're an idiot.
Onions were created by the devil to poison humans. I'm convinced.
I was watching something where they were saying the reason you cry when cutting onions is because it like something the fucking juices are attracted to like water and like the tear ducts in your eyes. So somebody was saying like a life hack, and it could be total cap. I could be a fucking idiot right now, and it's probably true. I probably am. But they were saying like if you put now it seems so stupid. They were like if you put like a damp towel beside where you're cutting the onions, it would be more attracted to that. It wouldn't make.
I know lime
juice
juice works. Rubbing lime juice on the cutting board works. I know that.
Yeah, but I don't think
somewhat.
there's a surefire like no, because there was something where it was like, oh, if you chew gum, but I think we tried that one time and it didn't do anything. There was something.
Okay, so
I was watching
onions.
TikTok. I get most of my information from TikTok. And they were saying, put a damn fucking wet towel beside the cutting board. And
you need those guys that are like fact their cap. Those guys are dope.
Yeah, those guys are sick.
Shout out to those guys. They fucking test shit on the spot. Onions produce the chemical irritant known as synpropanethiol S oxide. That's right. Of course. My goodness.
How did I forget the name?
It stimulates the eyes. Lacrimal, I butchered that for sure. Lacrimal, yeah,
okay.
Lacrimal glands. So they release tears.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all fucking awesome. That's why. Number one, they make you cry. Number one, they taste like. Number two, they taste like shit. Number three, they look like shit. They make your breath smell like shit. Everything about. What are you, an ogre? Why are you eating onions? I fucking hate onions.
You don't like an onion ring? Like, okay, like how?
No, not even deep fried. No, fuck it. It's still the onion. Like it's just there. You know what I do? I just take the batter off and just muck the fucking batter. Leave the onion. That limpy onion. It's disgusting. You know what? You know what's one thing I have no idea how people eat?
What?
You go to the C&E or you go to like any carnival or whatever.
Yeah.
A blooming onion.
Blooming onions are good. It's onion rings.
They're so
okay.
bad.
They're okay.
Oh.
They're terrible for you. They're like 1,000,000 calories.
Yeah, they're so bad
because it's just
dunk
like,
that shit in batter.
Yeah, batter, then just deep fry the fucking onion. I thought you were gonna say corn dogs for a second, and I was not gonna have that slander. Have you ever had
corn dogs?
You've had
corn dogs are fantastic.
Yeah, you've had
pogos.
You know
pogos.
Sorry, I know we're like going off here, but
on a tangent,
my least favorite like carnival food has to be cotton candy.
I somewhat agree with that.
Cotton candy. Cotton candy is just sticky. It's just sugar. It's literally just a sugar cloud.
Yeah, it's just empty calories.
Yeah, you just put it in your mouth and it just melts, and it's like, oh, what am I
just
doing?
Empty calories.
Your fingers get all nasty.
Yeah, it's fun and all. Like it's great to see the guy. He's fucking.
Yeah,
he's going crazy, but like, still, it's a little empty calories. I don't know if you try like the deep fried Oreos and all that shit, because that shit's busting. That's good.
I haven't had I've had deep fried ice cream. Deep fried ice cream slaps.
I haven't had deep fried ice cream. I never had that.
It's just like super. I've had it in like Mexico, out of all places. But it was bomb. It was really good. But I've always wanted to try the Mars bar.
Yeah, the Mars bar sounds dope.
Yeah.
No, the Oreo's really good.
Yeah, I imagine.
And there's like a bunch of and like the Twix.
I feel like
or some
anything
shit.
deep fried. Like you could get away with anything deep fried.
Yeah, some shit. But the corn dogs are like the OG. Definitely the OG.
Yeah,
Especially
for
like
sure.
I don't know if you. I used to have Pogos like bear.
Oh, I used to love
Those
them.
were like
Which is disgusting
just-
if you think about it. We used to put it in the
They're
microwave.
so gross.
Just a fucking
Yeah.
like hot dog.
to
Sometimes they
come
were a
out
little
steaming.
soggy. And so
Yeah,
yours ever come
ugh.
out a little soggy and you just be like,
Did you ever have? Did you ever have the Pogo? It always had that little bit of batter on the end of the stick,
Yeah.
and you would just
Yeah.
nibble that off.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, I think we're gonna wrap it up there for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was fun. We kind of got off on a bit of a tangent. We were science guys for most of
Big
it.
science guys. I
Big
was
science
a complete
guys.
idiot. You came in with the big words, which I appreciate.
Not even the big words. I just kind of like just spread some knowledge that I think is knowledge that's probably gonna get fact checked by someone with better
Oh,
knowledge.
dude.
And it's not
Oh,
knowledge.
if this goes on TikTok, see ya fucking later. Neil
Yeah,
deGrasse
nah,
Tyson's
we're
gonna be
chilling.
in there.
All right, Andrew. Once again, thank you for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, sir.
If you're listening to this, you can reach the podcast on TikTok at refreshingthefeed_. You can visit our Instagram at refreshingthefeed_, and you can hit us up on Twitter at RTF podcast_. If you're watching this, like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think. Let us know what your favorite carnival candies are, or chocolates, or fucking deep fried, any type of food. Just let us know in the comment section. And that's it for us. We refreshed your feed so you didn't have to. And thanks. Peace out.
Bye.